Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see from the beginning, I just graduated from college recently, and the end of my academic career, at least for now, has basically just made me reflect on learning and the way it has been perceived and the regression that it's had. Because from when I was younger to now, I remember learning being something that people took pride in. Like, it was a privilege and something that people got excited to partake in. And I feel like now, obviously not for everyone, but for a good amount of people, they're afraid to learn new things. They're afraid to admit that they don't know anything about a subject and make the mistakes that you need to make in order to become somewhat proficient in it. And I just feel like we're going in the opposite direction of where we should, because you have to make mistakes in order to grow as a person. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be a strenuous process where you go up and down the peaks and valleys. And when we live in a society where everyone is afraid of making mistakes and looking like an idiot or embarrassing themselves in front of their peers, it creates an environment where we're all just putting up a facade of confidence when really, none of us know what we're actually doing. And you can apply this to so many different aspects of life. I know it's common to associate learning with academics, but there are so many different ways in which you can expand your knowledge and grow, whether it's artistically, it's knowing your body better, it's, just in any sense. Maybe you're learning a new philosophy that will change the way that you live your life. And I just want people to not hold that fear within them and just allow themselves to make those mistakes so they can grow and see a side of life that they wouldn't have otherwise if they didn't take that risk. And often when I'm working on my graffiti or drawing in a public place, people will come up to me and they'll compliment me and they'll be like, wow, I wish I was artistic. As if being artistic is something that you are either born with or you're not. And I'll ask them, because I don't like to, sugarcoat things. I'll ask them, I'm like, oh, well, do you draw? And often the answer is no. And then I tell them, I'm like, well, I wasn't born like this, it's taken thousands of hours for me to get to the point where I am. And I wouldn't even consider myself a really good artist. I would say I'm maybe intermediate. There's still so many different techniques and just aspects of art that I still need to learn. But my point in saying this is that don't hinder yourself or who you can become by who you have been. Because once you start, that is the beginning of your journey to becoming whoever you want to be or learning whatever you want to learn. Throughout my life, I've met so many different people, and I've met people who have friends who are more talented than them, more innately intellectual than them, more charismatic than them, but they've performed better in different aspects of life because they just worked harder. I've often seen situations where there will be someone who's 6'10", they're physically inclined to be good at basketball, for example, but someone who's 6 foot just has that fire in them. They just want it more. And if you apply that mentality to whatever aspect of life you want to succeed in, you limit the external factors that most people use to cope, essentially. If you take away I can't do this because I'm not big enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not artistic, I'm not funny. If you take away all those external factors and then you put all your energy into what you actually can control, you give yourself so much more of an advantage to succeed. And I say this to bring it back to fitness in the way that I know a lot of people are afraid of getting into fitness because they are afraid of looking like a deer lost in headlights. They don't want to go into the gym and just look around confused and not know what to do, or they're afraid to ask someone who's more experienced for help. And I just want to encourage anyone who's feeling like that to let go of that fear. It's okay to start something and not know what it is exactly you're doing from the get-go. That's what experience is for. Just remember that the power is in your hands. Whenever you see an athlete who's confident, that confidence was not instilled upon them at birth. It was gained through thousands of repetitions in solitude when nobody else was watching. So, thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.
My best move.